Hello class, this is the beginning or the first video for the review sheets for Unit 4, Unit 5 test review. And starting off at the beginning, this part I'm not going to be going over with you, but just a reminder, don't forget to go over the definitions, especially the ones that tell you which formulas to use. And on your printout, you might have some dashes between the actual word and the definition. Those dashes can be really deceptive. On this version, I changed this to colons, but take a look at determinant. You'll see a dash right there. Cross that out. The determinant is b squared minus 4ac, not negative b squared minus 4ac. And the same with intercept form. Get rid of that dash so it doesn't look like a negative y. For standard form, get rid of that dash so it doesn't look like a negative y. And then vertex form, get rid of that dash as well. And then one typo here. Intercept form should be y equals a. That's a terrible y. Let's correct that. Y equals a times, sorry, I got a little bit of a delay here. Y equals a times x minus p times x minus q. And the point here is that when you see an intercept form quadratic, you're going to see two sets of parentheses. Okay, let's begin and see how many we can do in one video. Question number 1. For the function f of x equals negative 5x squared plus 2x plus 7, what is the value of a? Well, we know, class, that a goes with the squared term, b goes with the variable with an exponent of 1, and c is the constant or the term without a variable. Not sure why this is writing so messy. I'll try this one more time. Maybe I'm just tired. This is A, B, and C. Now I know what it is. I'm trying to write small because there's not much space here. So the value of A here is the coefficient in front of x squared, and that would be negative 5. Which makes number 2 easy, because for this function, f of x equals 3x squared plus 16x, this is also, oh, I didn't mention, question number 1 is in standard form. Let's just abbreviate that so we see standard form. Question number 2 is also in standard form. The 3 is A, the 16 is B. There is no C term because there's no constant. So the value of B is positive 16. Next one. For the function f of x equals negative x minus 5 squared plus 9, what is the value of h? This quadratic is in vertex form. Vertex form is going to have one set of parentheses. And with vertex form, we have a, which is out in front here. We have h, which is in the parentheses, and k, which is the constant outside of the parentheses. Now remember, class, if it shows up as negative 5 in the equation, when you pull it out, you flip the sign. So our value for h is actually positive 5. Number 4. For the function f of x equals negative x minus 5 squared plus 9, what is the value of k? Well, that's the same equation that we had in number 3. It's still vertex form, and we can see that the k value was over here on the end, the constant. So the k value is 9. Remember, we keep the sign of k, we flip the sign of h. Now this one looks a little confusing. Question number 5. It's hard to see this, but this is actually, what is the vertex of the function f of x equals negative x minus 5 squared plus 9. It's the same equation as 3 and 4. Now the good part is, we know the vertex is just at h and k. I'm going to label these in number 4. The vertex is just at h and k. So because we found in this equation h equals 5 and k equals 9, then our vertex must be at 5, 9. Now notice, once I pulled h out and I flipped the sign, you don't have to flip it again. You only flip the sign when you're either putting it into the equation or taking it out of the equation. Once it's out, and it just remains the same. Question number 6. This looks a little bit different, so I'll change colors here. What are the x-intercepts of the function y equals x minus 3, x plus 7? Well, class, the first thing you should notice is this is an intercept form. It has double parentheses. Intercept form makes finding the intercepts easy. It's what is the value of x that makes x minus 3 equals 0? And what is the value of x that makes x plus 7 equal to 0? And for our first equation, x is going to be 3. So our first x-intercept is 3, 0. And the value of x that makes this equation true is negative 7. So our other intercept is negative 7, 0. Question number 7. For the function f of x equals 9x squared minus 4x plus 7, what is the value of a? Oh, we're just repeating the questions now. So in this case, we have standard form. So I'm going to write here, this is standard form. We've got a, b, and c. So our a value here is 9. Question number 8, for the function f of x equals 3x squared minus 8x, what is the value of b? This is also a standard form quadratic, no parentheses. The a value is 3, the b value is negative 8. There is no c value. So the b value here is negative 8. And number 9, for the function f of x equals negative 4 times x plus 6 squared minus 12, what is the value of h? Well, this is vertex form. Vertex form, that makes the negative 4 is a. The number inside the parentheses is h, and the number outside the parentheses, the constant, is k. Remember, when we pull h out, we flip the sign, and that means h here is negative 6. Let's get a couple more in, and then we'll start a new video. Question number 10. For the function f of x equals negative 4 times x plus 6 squared minus 12, what is the value of k? Well, that's the same equation as number 9. This is also vertex form. We've got a, h, and k. In this k, we pull out k, and we keep the sign. Keep the sign for k. And finally, what is the vertex of the function f of x equals negative 4 times x plus 6 squared minus 12? This is also vertex form, and that means we've got h is equal to negative 6, and k is equal to negative 12. So our vertex is at h, k, or negative 6, negative 12. I'm going to stop this video and we'll start up again with question number 12.